Good afternoon. We are the Wooden Brothers. I'm Kyle. My counterpart is Chris. We'll be presenting you with our patent, the Point Press. This is a version 3 model, and it's currently developing. Gym fails. We've all at least seen a gym fail video. A gym fail video looks something like this. When somebody attempts to lift a load and cannot physically get it up, and there's nobody to help them. We've all seen one of those videos, and we all try to not be that person. The reason we created the Point Press is to mitigate that danger, as well as allow you to train your central nervous system from different sticking points. My counterpart, Chris, will begin to go on the orientation of the patent itself.
All right, hey guys, Chris. So this is a simple design designed to do complex things. Complex meaning it's basically safe, but like my brother was saying, you can work on central nervous movements with engaging different sticking points in your chest and chest growth, but also maintaining safety. So as you can see, it's developing, and we're still coming up with stuff that we can see to improve it. First being right here, if you want to look closer, you'll notice that we have a foundation with a base plate and a simple bracing bar underneath. This gives you stability and foundation to put the safety support and the pinch press in place. And then as we go on, we'll show you the things, but this is the cornerstone and the safety spot for this. And Kyle will demonstrate how this can be properly engaged and how you can maintain safety, especially if you don't have a spotting person, which can be hazardous, like he was saying, in gym fails and any environment like that. What he's currently doing is he's going to put on the top part. This is the main safety mechanism, and for sticking points, this is what's going to keep the weights off of you, so you can engage those sticking points with also feeling stable and safe, and still being able to press more than you normally probably couldn't if you didn't have a spotting person or if you had a board just to press from.
So what we're looking at here is a self-spotting bench press variation. What that means is I can safely put the weight down to just about lockout and press. The benefit to this is I can train myself to take on heavier and heavier loads without the risk of danger of failing or being a new gym fail video. If I so desired, with this current design, we can actually move the weights up so I can work from my partial sticking point up here. We can move it from mid sticking point, or we can go all the way down to lockout. This is not just beneficial to your standard power lifter.
Stay. As he's currently showing, we're to show a good feature I like, not having a spotting person. Kyle, you demonstrate, back on there, lock her out. Or even if you do have a spotting person and they can't handle the weight, so you're lifting more than you should be, or if he's lifting, I'm spotting him, flip the weights, and then they slip out of my hand. Well, if they fall down and he can't hold it until I can gather my grip, or he can safely lift the weights, or even turn if he wants to turn, he's safe. This will not crush his sternum. It'll keep him safe, and then he has that time to regroup if he needs to, if the weights are too heavy past that sticking point.
So let's talk practical application. This may seem like a niche item that's only for powerlifters or athletes. However, anyone who desires to train can use this. Whether you're a newbie in the gym and you just start off and you'd like to try a bench for the first time, this will allow you to safely do it without the awkwardness of asking somebody for help. If you're a hard-time lifter and you've been at this game for a while, this will allow you to train such crucial things such as partial reps from your central nervous system to get stronger over time. Whether you're an athlete on the field or you're a guy going in for the first time, this is a benefit to you. This can help you. We'll transition into our individual backgrounds and what made us team up with this design. We are both a veteran team. We're both brothers. I myself am an avid powerlifter and an aspiring dietitian. I came up with this design one day when I was training in the gym, and there's two other variations out there that are similar, but they just don't do the same thing. You have what's called your shoulder shaver, which is a pad that goes in your chest, and you add what's called block press. The downside to both of those mechanisms is you don't have the ability to perform the lift safely without a spotter, meaning both those variations, if nobody's there, the fail is still a fail. Nobody's helping you get off there. The pressure is still completely on your sternum. We created this to mitigate the threat to your body while allowing you to overload. Chris, if you'd like to take your background.
Hey, how you doing, guys? So, like my brother said, both got the veteran Marine Corps background, now currently in the Army. Practical reasons I could think about this is for a lot of soldiers that I have that have trouble with push-ups. You can engage your chest muscles and make it stronger, being safer by yourself. If you know push-ups are a weak thing and you want to hit different muscle groups in your chest, we're going to work on something maybe in the future that's going to be angled, maybe for incline or decline, but the same concept. This is just a base print for that. Just being safe while you can engage different parts in the muscle movements, the groups, and like my brother already highlighted on, it keeps your sternum safe. The board is awesome for what it does, but also it's impractical in the fact that if somebody can't control the board, you're driving all that weight into your chest with nothing to protect you, and the sternum is a weak breaking part for your rib cage, so it potentially, with too much weight, you're shattering your rib cage into your own lungs. So this, we hope to alleviate situations where if you don't have a spotter, or it's too much weight and you don't think you can grab the weight, but you want to still go for it, you can safely lift and transition into it. So other than that, I would say practical sports like baseball, you want to build up your chest. Besides butterflies, you want to go heavier. Football, definitely. Anything that you really want to engage. I like strongman movements. My brother likes powerlifting, but both of them have practicabilities of you being safer with engaging heavier weights and maintaining stability in your chest and not sacrificing your form too much. Because even if you're wrestling, like my brother said, at a different sticking point and you go for movement, if it's too much, you might sacrifice your form. With this, you can help from that sticking point keep proper form so you're going through the lift with proper muscle dynamic.
In a nutshell, and in inspiration of what Ovation is, the way this is innovative is that we're looking at the old training methodologies of the past, which is simple bench press, simply lifting the weights, muscling the weights, and we're looking how to make them better, how to make them more safe, how to make them more efficient, how to train your mind rather than rely on your body, how to push through failure safely. With that being said, we're looking at future potential. We're looking to get this eventually open to the public so you, the athlete down the street, everybody has the ability to test this out and see how it goes. I'm Kyle, this is Chris, this has been the Point Press Variation 3. If there's any questions or anybody would like to try out the machine at this time, feel free.
On a last note with us too is we're still in works with this, so we have a lot of good feedback, and any feedback and questions that you might have to ask, we're going to take all that into consideration. For this, we have a simple metal plate, but in reality and practicality, we're going to get a non-stripped plastic or rubber plate so it won't move. We have a simple ratchet strap just to tighten because different benches have different tubing and framework. We're going to get C-clamps. I prefer C-clamps to U-bolts, but if we were to market this, they'd be in different sizes, variations, so it could fit every bench because you have the Weider benches, you have different Olympic benches, and you have like the standard home bench, and we want to have it safely clamped on the breech here or the bracket bar on the bottom so you can safely apply it to any bench. Doesn't mean you have one bench and you can't use it. All benches will be adjustable to it. So that's why we have the ratchet strap, just to hold on, just because you can variable tie that to any bench, but practicality, we're going to have a safer apparatus for that bracketing.
With that being said, questions or trials, come on up.